Bidders, widows, boys and ghouls, how are we all doing? It's not all doom and gloom in the paranormal, or as I prefer to call it, the real paranormal. Now, I'm not talking about people that capture ghosts on a weekly basis. I'm talking about guys that do legitimate work. If they go to a location week after week after week and they come away empty-handed, that's the video that goes out. And to make up for things like lack of activity, they'll shoot some fantastic B-roll, they'll put up a drone, they'll introduce some new ideas. As well as that, we have more debunking channels now than we ever have. For example, right now we have a new channel called Spaghetti alla Paranormale, an Italian channel, and the guy behind the channel I game with quite regularly. You got Boo Productions, Toledo, who is doing some fantastic work. His recent video on the Foreman brothers is so great to watch. We've had videos recently where Ghosts on Trent are walking around a property and they're like, what is that? What is that? Rats. It's rats, we need to get out. And then the police turn up. And because of the friendly nature and the way Ghosts on Trent approach the police are instantly calmed by them, do their job, but they do it politely. And if you haven't watched that video, go and watch it because it's absolutely hilarious. I'm not even sure which part of it was more funny. Paul's fear of rats jumping and biting him, or the police officer that says, so what is he doing? And Paul says, paranormal investigators, and she says the following. Ew, right, that's me out. Good people, good attitudes, great outcome. Future Beardo, yeah? Almost forgot. I've had some amazing gifts sent to me via the community recently. I had a PO box, people kept sending things from around the world, and I never got them. I got bills for postage, but by the time, once I'd paid the postage, they were sending these things back to people, and it just didn't work. What I didn't realise is, this £40 a month I'm paying to not get stuff, I've signed up for the year. So I'm going to start linking it below again. If you do want to send something, use the PO box, but keep it to UK residents using Royal Mail, otherwise things disappear, get sent back, and there's charges either end. I've looked for a better solution, I haven't found one. But you've seen that I've got this Freddy Krueger diamond art there from Glasgow Ghost Hunters. They also made this for us, me and Mrs. Geek. Now you can see Call of Duty reflecting in Mrs. Geek's head there. Oops. They also gave me a load of books on demonology, incubus and succubus, ghost hunting, and they paid for me to do the course that I sat last month. Still waiting for my certificate. The demonology course that I sat, so I really appreciate that. They also sent this for Mrs. Geek, a Teen Wolf Scott Howard Minix minifig. Mrs. Geek loves Teen Wolf. I'm not sure if he's staying out here or if Mrs. Geek's going to kidnap him. This next thing was box, but the box kind of perished on the way home. But they got me a Chewbacca. Chewbacca Star Wars The Black series. Now, I love Star Wars. I've got 2 Star Wars shelves over there full of Funko Pops. I've got the Millennium Falcon diecast. The thing is probably older than me. I've got a lot of the 3.75 inch figures, but I never got into Black series because of all the Marvel stuff that I collect. I think they made me want to buy more stuff. Look at him! I wouldn't go down the route of buying all of the figures, but maybe Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, Vader. You know, the main sort of characters, maybe a Stormtrooper or 2, Lando Calrissian. It'll just get me in trouble. Please go and check out Glasgow Ghost Hunters. He's done some fantastic debunks on Really Haunted as well, so it'll probably float your boat. Link will be in the description. Next up, we got some gifts from Arts and Craft Lady. She's made some coasters for us, but I think these coasters are going to actually go on the shelf with all my horror stuff. Look at this. Now, there's a few of these. She's made me a Michael Myers there, a Chucky, Jason Voorhees, another Chucky, another Michael, but they are different poses and different looks, and my boy Freddy. How cool are they? These are made from plywood. That's not like a sticker over the top, Renan. It's just a nice, really nice, clean image. So I may pin these to the front of my horror shelf up there. Or glue them to it as opposed to using them for putting drinks on, because I don't want to ruin them. I've also made this lovely frame, Beardo and Mrs. Geek. And that image is from Help My House Is Haunted, I believe. It's from the end of it, where we told everyone how we did it. To Beardo and Mrs. Geek, just a little something to say thank you. It's for the both of you for helping me through this very hard time. I have handmade these for the two of you and I hope you really like it. If you don't worry, I'm sorry. Really? Your lives, your gaming and your debunk videos have made me laugh a lot, Beardo. You're both doing a good job even though we do not see much of you, Mrs. Geek. You know me as Arts and Craft Lady, but my real name is... But will not put my real name on YouTube because of what I'm going through with my ex-job as a care assistant. Thank you again for all you have done. Many thanks, Art and Craft Lady. But there's something else she's made. I just need something to go inside it. Look at that! It's a Beardo cushion. As a Viking. I'm definitely going to put a cushion inside of that. And it'll live on this chair. So thank you to everyone that has sent stuff in this time and every other time. I mean, the majority of this stuff now has been sent in by other people. Coming later this year, we have got Mr. Grey, Mythos, the Side-Eye Guy and myself all going to a very well-known haunted location in the UK. 4 debunkers all going together. One of these debunkers lives in Australia. But the 4 of us are meeting up, all going to a location to do a paranormal investigation. Will we capture anything? Probably not, but it'll be entertaining and honest. I am watching more paranormal channels now with a smaller subscriber count than I ever have. I've recently got into P&C Paranormal. They attend my live shows, they get involved in the gaming, they become friends of mine, and I watch their content. You've got Paranormal by the Sea, I'm watching their content. Just good people doing good work. Nobody overblowing anything or over dramatizing anything, and quite often the police are involved, and the police are very respectful and friendly because they are treated with respect and a warm greeting. You've got Explore the Entity, who have been capturing some really mind-blowing footage at the same location, and because they are aware of how rare this stuff is, they keep going to the same location over and over and over again because they truly believe there's something legitimate there. You got the Ouija brothers, to me the kings of the real paranormal, and people can disagree with me, that's absolutely fine. You've got these guys who have been at this for 7 years. 7 years. And in 7 years they've taken one sort of extended break. But they release videos that most of us aspire to make videos as good as. I mean, with no disrespect to any of the channels that I love and support, the Ouija brothers and Ghosts on Trent for editing, for b-roll and everything, they are head and shoulders above the rest of us. I aspire to make my investigations look as good as theirs, and I can't do it. I don't have the skill. And another huge bonus for this real small paranormal community is Daz Games, Daz Black. It's a channel with millions of subscribers doing paranormal investigations, and they're real paranormal investigations. I've had somebody comment, can't believe you're supporting him when that's clear masking in that video. It's not masking in the video. If it was masking in the video, I would have called it out as masking. I know what masking is. I can do the masking techniques that people do. It was just a weird frame rate because of the bars down the side of this prison. It tricks the camera into stuttering. You'll get the same effect from spindles on a staircase and things. It's why I didn't call it out. And there's nothing wrong with somebody questioning that, because if you've never edited a paranormal investigation, if you've never filmed spindles or bars, you're not to know any different. It's great to question. I know most of the channels that I support are happy to be questioned. It's just the way in which they're questioned. Because when you spend month after month after month capturing nothing, and you get this little snippet and somebody says you faked that, it's you effing faked that and things, it kind of, when they know that they haven't faked anything, it makes them feel like they're being lumped in with these people that know exactly what they're doing and claim they're all innocent, and then claims of whatever. But we ain't going down there. This isn't that type of video. I think it's important that we get some positivity out there. I mean, last year I headed this thing called Alone for Christmas because there were, in the run-up to Christmas, there were a lot of people in my community saying things like, I hate Christmas because I'm alone, I have no family, I have no friends. Some of these people are quite elderly, some of these people are just in a very unfortunate circumstance. So I was like, right, what I can do is take an hour out of my day to give to you, so at least there's 1 hour that you're not alone for Christmas, and everyone else is alone for Christmas can all pile in and we can just chat and have fun. But then something special happened. I think 3 Spires was the first to come forward and say, how about when you end, send everyone to me and I'll do an hour. And then Boo Productions was like, I'll take an hour, and then more and more channels jumped in. Now, if people can't jump in on that, that is absolutely fine. Christmas is important for families, and not everyone wants to be online on Christmas Day, and I completely understand that, especially the creators that have very young families and very busy lives. But last month, October, I start getting inboxes. Are we doing Not Alone for Christmas this year? Or people messaging me saying, can I jump in on Not Alone for Christmas this year? These are all people taking an hour out of their day. People with families. I know these people have families and they have things to be doing. And they're like, yeah, I could be free between 3 and 4. Could I take that slot? And this is all from a community that are kind of lambasted by many for being toxic. That's how toxic we are. Many of us creators taking an hour out of our day over Christmas, and when you consider these channels are in the States and the UK, that's a lot. That's a big portion of the day where people could be very lonely and unfortunately very, very sad. We see a lot of reports of paranormal teams at each other's throats and going to war in live streams and all the rest of it. Now, I do go against people and I do bitch about people in live streams, but that's inherent with being a debunker and people lying to say my content's real. But when was the last time you saw any of the real paranormal channels fall out? Have you ever seen any of the real... Maybe they have behind the scenes, but it's never reflected online with live streams and threats and posts about this channel did this channel did that. Despite this toxic reputation, this community is full of outstanding, amazing people. We've got fantastic publishing, we've got Crow of Judas, we've got Joe Vitale. If I haven't said your channel's name here, it's not because I don't care or I haven't watched your channel, it's purely because this is just off the fly. I've sat here, I'm looking at ghosty stuff to watch, and I'm just like, it's just so much crap out there. So I've spent the morning watching Ghosts on Trent, Paranormal by the Sea, some older videos of theirs that I've missed, Staffordshire Paranormal, Boo Productions. That's what I've watched this morning. Instead of doing basically work, I've just been watching these smaller creators just putting their heart and soul into their work. If you haven't watched the Boo Productions video, look at the editing at the beginning. It's a long introduction, but it's so well done. Look at people like Staffordshire Paranormal. Look at the effort they're putting into their videos with the cameras and drone footage, things like that. The money they're putting into this. Over 4 years, 5.57k subscribers. It's not an easy figure to hit for anyone. But they could be sitting there moaning and being like, oh, I deserve 10k, 20k, and that's not what they do. They still go out week after week after week, mostly debunking their own content. And it's because they have a love of the paranormal. None of us are claiming to be scientific investigators, but we're honest. You know, are we just ghost hunters looking to entertain? To a degree, yes. Anything on YouTube is for entertainment. But it's the love of the paranormal, the love of the exploring. Having met a lot of these people, the Ouija Brothers, Ghosts on Trent, Exploring the Entity, Staffordshire Paranormal, Three Spires, Dead Cold, Dorset Paranormal, Walking the Weird, having interactions with people that I haven't met, but I'm gaming with them, like PNC Paranormal, Paranormal by the Sea. They're just people that, the one thing that I've noticed across all of these channels, and if I've forgotten a few, like Icons has just jumped into my head. If I've forgotten a few, it's no slight on anyone, but this community, and whether it's debunkers, paranormal investigators, or haunted historians, which is what Nick and Don't Scare Clay do, this community is so nice. There are just so many nice people in there. Yes, I get a lot of claims of toxicity. I've just got to accept that and get on with it. But I'm surrounded by these good people doing good, honest work, and I think that needs a shout out. You know, there are larger channels that, despite their channel size and despite the pull they could have, remain very nice people. The Ouija Brothers, Daz Black, and Paranormal Quest. Now, Paranormal Quest know full well that I'm not a fan of all the gadgets, gizmos, and whatever. And the stuff I've questioned, they're like, yeah, we'll send it in the post to you across the world. You can have it and debunk it away. They've changed certain things they do in investigations. off the backs of what the debunkers are putting out there. They turn up in my live streams, they've sent me emails, I'm supposed to go on the Coffee and Screen podcast. So what I'm going to do at the end of this video is there'll be scrolling text, and in that scrolling text I will list all of the channels that I enjoy, and if I've left anyone out that knows that I would normally put them on there, it's not a slight on you at all. A few of the viewers, if you're looking for more content, pause the video, look at the names, and then put them into the search bar. Watch a video, and then if you enjoy it, hit the subscription button and leave them a comment, because it will help them all. And I'm not just saying, you know, go for the biggest channels. Go for the small channels. If there's a channel on there you've never heard of, make a point of looking at that. Because the more that these small channels grow, the bigger this community becomes from the ground up. And I think that that's a very, very important thing. Paranormal investigation channels that embrace debunkers and ask debunkers' opinions on things, as far as I'm concerned, are going about this the right way. None of these guys are experts, and none of these guys are claiming it's their way or the highway. I'm the one that's like, that's wrong, you shouldn't be doing that. Not them. But I support these guys, and these guys in turn support me. This channel has just hit 50,000 subscribers last night. I was told I would always be a baby YouTuber, and I would never get to 10,000 subscribers. I started this channel in the summer of 2022. By Christmas, I was pushing for 1,000 subscribers. I got some help from channels that were much, much bigger than me. The Weege Brothers, Ghosts on Trent, other people that I've already named in this video. They helped me get to 1,000. And then by the next Christmas, I was looking to hit 10,000. And again, these channels came forward to help. And then this year, people are saying 50k by Christmas, 50k by Christmas. And I was like, it took me nearly 2 years, really. It took me like a year and a half to get to 10,000. I don't think that's possible. We hit it in the first 2 weeks of November. Something that I, again, didn't think was possible. A massive thank you to every one of you that has subscribed. A huge thank you to everyone that watches, likes, comments, all that good YouTube stuff. Thank you all so much for your support. But also thank you to all of the teams that I have worked with, all of the teams that support me, all of the teams that watch me, comment, attend the lives, and all of those teams that keep it real despite knowing in the back of their minds that they could fake things and grow much, much faster. I know this is a very different video, but every now and again I like to throw something positive out there. These videos do terrible on my channel. If I put out this as a positive video or in support of video, they are probably my worst performing videos. But I still want to put them out because it's important to recognise these small channels, the larger channels, and everything in between. People that are doing good, honest work, despite this being the hardest way for us to grow. So please, in the comment section down below, let me know what your favourite paranormal team is. It doesn't matter if I don't like them. Just let me know because I'm interested, genuinely interested, and maybe I'll find more teams that I can add to this list and community of teams that I really enjoy. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
When you feel it coming down, the Beardo comes around to interrupt. Can I get a roar? Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a roar. Can I get a roar? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a Beardo whenever he's live. With those tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a roar? Roar. You can get a roar. Roar. The object of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates. Roar. You can get a roar. Roar. If you're just feeling like crap, all you have to do is ask. Beardo's got your back, and just like that,